kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. Coming out with it, it's Bennett. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And it's often said quarterback is the most high-profile position in sports, and when you have a guy like this, how could it not be?
Yeah, he's the guy that the defense is going to be keying on. They've had all week long to watch film to get ready for him. But, David, when you have his kind of athletic ability and his kind of arm talent, he is so difficult to stop.
Yeah, you can have all week. You can have all season. This guy is so dynamic at the quarterback spot. They trust him. They know what he brings to the table. This offense revolves around what he can do.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass, it's McIntyre. Caught behind the line, it's Mitchell. They've got him then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that one's incomplete. They were just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set in the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
They kick it away on 4th down. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And, Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, and these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names, you know, brand versus brand, big-time baller versus big-time baller, trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them today. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing a strike.
He'll keep it himself. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
I think a lot of quarterbacks like those defenses that will be passive and let it slowly develop. Nah, this defense, you could tell, they were aggressive and attacking, and it really paid off.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. To the air, it's Patterson. Quick completion on the out. Down to the 32 and out of bounds right there.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Hampton. Not going to get there, not going to get close as he's brought down at the 30. It's 4th down.
It's a nice effort by the running back, but in that 3rd and long situation, it's just too much work for that running back to convert that 3rd down. Really, nice job. Got to give the defense credit. They surrounded him, got him to the ground.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker.
Can't make contact with the kicker like that. A costly special teams penalty. You've got to know your path in front of the kicker. Offense comes back on the field. Grabbed behind the line. It's Marsh. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. He's dragged down at the 12, chip shot field goal range, but might they go for it here on 4th down?
It's unfortunate for this offense, guys. Had they not had the mental errors and mistakes early in the drive, they'd be sitting pretty right now. Even after that long gain on the running play, they've still got 4th down.
So they'll send out the field goal unit. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And they don't get 7 on that opening drive, but they get 3. And this place is rocking. Night games are always so loud, so obnoxious, and these fans, they get something to cheer about with that first offensive possession.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. Grabbed in the middle. It's Caldwell. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the end route there.
After the first down completion, it's 2nd and short. Grabbed over the middle. It's Mitchell. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Caught in the backfield. It's Mitchell. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
They'll give it to the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Looking to pass. It's McIntyre. Bringing the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
They booted away on 4th down. He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. This drive will open from the 15. Looking to throw on 1st down. The short hands, it's Marsh. He'll step out of bounds at the 23-yard line after a productive play for this offense.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Catch in the middle. It's Hampton. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 30.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch. It's Marsh. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Brings up second down.
Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Back to throw, it's Patterson. Hauls it in. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Motion from the back. Looking to throw on first down. Throwing right. Wide open downfield. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Quarterback running on the draw. Got enough for the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
No, I really like how this offense uses the QB in the running game because he might not be the fastest quarterback in college football, but he's got just enough that you have to respect him and you have to account for him defensively.
Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. Snags it. And he was dying to push his way in there, but he's knocked down at the 3.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He'll do it himself. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
I just love the way the defense prepares. Each and every week we see this defense come out, and it's like 11 guys. They've got their head in the game, and they're playing as one unit. They knew it was going to be tough facing this option game with the quarterback and the running attack, but they've just done such a good job so far staying home, playing their assignments. You saw it on that last play right there. Rallying to the football, nowhere for him to go and creating a big loss.
Looking for the score, and he's got a touchdown. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line out front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it out. It's Bennett. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. Makes the quick grab. Makes the grab all almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
And here comes the offense on second down. Back to throw, it's McIntyre. Makes the grab, it's Whitaker. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And that's good enough for a first down.
New set of downs after the completion. Wants to go up top on first down. He'll try to do it himself. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
They're dealing with a second and long. They'll send the back in motion. To the air on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Banks. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a third and long. This one from the 44. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on third down now, looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm, but you've got to wonder about their confidence at this point of the game.
And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Takes the handoff. It's Gray. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass, it's Patterson. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
The punt team makes its way onto the field. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. No fair catches here, looking for room. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Gets the back moving. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
Back up now. Here's second and long. Back to pass. Quick shovel pass. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Dropping back, it's McIntyre. Got his man. And they just can't square him up, and he gets down to the 36.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. They'll move the wide receiver. On the run, it's Banks. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. They'll immediately call timeout.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Wants to go up top. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Scanning the field, it's McIntyre. Fires to the tight end. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
Man, and we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
Now the connection takes it to the 11. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far from Austin today. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move-the-chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big, fat W. And with that, let's get it back to our fellas at DKR.
He'll put toe to leather and get this second half started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Shoots it to the left. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And it's frustrating because you go into half, and the coaches tell you what they want to accomplish. Listen, we've seen this the whole first half. This is what they're doing. Not a good job coming out. First drive, trying to get some momentum created. Turn it over to the other team. Give them a good field position now, too. Not the ideal start.
This offense has it with really good field position. Dropping back, it's McIntyre. Got his man in the middle.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's throwing over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
That last completion has him set up 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. They get through and it's blocked. Scoop it up and going the other way.
How big does that stink? Guys, you had a chance to bring this to a 1-possession game. Now, in the second half, it still remains a 2-possession game. This is one of those plays we might look back and say, what if?
And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. To the ground with the back. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the pitch. And that's what this option will do to you. They got the pitch man free, and he was off to the races.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam, next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
And defensive guys are taught to really work through the hands of the wide receiver. Whenever the ball's starting to come, I'm trying to smash that thing down as soon as the wide receiver's trying to catch it. If we both try to catch it, a lot of times you see those contested catches by the offensive player. Nice job by the defense, knocking it down, getting the ball on the ground.
To the air, it's Patterson. He's got the tight end. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he can't grab the bullet pass on 3rd down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. Good, right down the boulevard. And that lead grows even bigger.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. The give on the option. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
Off the play fake. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Collins. And that's a live ball behind the line. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
But one thing I do know, Reese, this running back's got to do a better job.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Wants to throw. It's McIntyre. Gets it out fast. Makes his way to the 17, but not enough for the 1st down.
And we haven't called his name a lot, and I think this offense, they need to find a way to continue to manufacture touches for the big tight end. And I don't care how you do it. I don't care where you line him up. He's that good, and if I'm this offense, I'm going to find him more often.
Punt is in the air. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Takes the handoff. It's great. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now it's tough sledding on the ground.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Finds his man. It's Marsh. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Leaves it with the back.
I'll tell you what, when those little guys make those physical plays like that, it kind of jacks everybody up in the huddle because it's usually the guy breaking ankles, but he's like breaking tackles. Now he's giving you some serious energy.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback on the keeper. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. There he goes. Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Out of the gun to give to the back. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Keeps it on the draw.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that lead.
They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes the grab. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And that's what the running game can do for an offense. You run the football, you have some success. Then what do? You stick the ball out there, you pull it back, you run some play action, you complete the football, get a first down. Nice balance by this offense.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wide receiver going in motion. Dropping back, it's Patterson. Lets it fly. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be 3rd down.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Keeps it going. Lets it go to the end zone. And it's caught for the touchdown.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They have got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point right down the boulevard is there now, up 20 in the fourth. That drive covered 62 yards for the touchdown, and they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Bennett. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish, and they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Motion from the wideout. Looking downfield, it's McIntyre. Got his man quickly. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch of these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
He's going for it all. Reels it in down the left side. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Caldwell. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Off the boot, looking for his man. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And the defense comes up with the sack. And this is honestly not what we expected. We expected this to be a high-flying offense. You know, this trigger man is usually really, really on top of things. This is a day he would love to forget.
Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. Looking for a man. It's McIntyre. Finds his man. It's Banks. He finally goes out of bounds after the explosive play, but now the question is, did the official see something to bring it back? A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Second down, they'll go to the air. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Motion from the wide receiver. This is a designed run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, you got to wonder about the play call there. Third and long, hoping to catch the defense off guard, napping, but they weren't fooled. They made a play, got the tackle for a loss. Now you've got fourth and California.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away. Wide receiver comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football, and you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? He'll pull it on the read. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Well, they try to go option. QB gets tackled for a loss. Now, play caller, you got to be careful with all these QB runs. You don't want your guy taking so many hits because now you're risking injury. You got to be careful how many times you want him keeping the football.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. It'll be third and long. Running to the left. Finds a little space. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
I love the awareness by the defense there. Third and long, everybody in the building thinking this is going to be a pass. But up front, they were very, very aware that they might see run. And they did a really good job playing with their eyes. They rally to the ball. They get the TFL. And now they set up fourth and long.
Hunt is on its way. What a great job on that kick, bouncing it out of bounds inside the 10. They are backed up, tough field position. The drive starts from their own 9-yard line. RPO complete to open the drive. And just a short and safe pass play, they pick up a few.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Fires to the big fella. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball is going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
Still sitting at their own 20 after that last one. Here's 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's McIntyre. Quickly to the tight end. Timeout called by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this.
Oh, he's got some space. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Offense uses a timeout. 17 seconds left on the clock. To the air on first down. Fires to the big fella. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. Business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things that were going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of